Hi guys, it's me, Gwenny, back with another video. So this video is going to be 3 orders from Book of the Month. It's gonna be my first bookish haul for 2024. The past few videos have been stationery haul and some Happy Mail haul, and I think this is the first bookish haul for the year. I decided to just kind of like, this is just my one and only YouTube channel, and I'm gonna put all of my interest in one channel because I'm too lazy to make another channel for my other interest. But anyways, so this is 3 orders from Book of the Month. One of them is from last year and the other one is from this year. The other 2 are from this year. So Book of the Month is a subscription where you can get hardcover books. They would have a selection of like 5 or 6 books per month, and you can select one of those books and you get like a hardcover copy sent to your door. And I think it's around $17.31 or $17-ish per month, and you get like 1 credit. And sometimes I think they have like promos where if you watch like the ads and stuff like that, or some of the booktubers, they'll have like promos where you can have your first book be like only $9.99 or something like that. I am not an affiliate of Book of the Month, so I don't have that one, but I will have like a referral code if you want to check it out, linked in the description box below. So Book of the Month is a subscription for books, like hardcover books. So if you normally if you're like a book lover like me, I do love my hardcover books, but sometimes I have to pick the paperbacks just because they're cheaper. But in Book of the Month, for $17 something, you can get a brand new hardcover book, as long as it's like a new book that's part of their selection and stuff like that. And also you can add like an extra book to your thing for like an additional cost, but it's not gonna be as expensive as when you buy brand new hardcover books from bookstores. So like, I think brand new hardcover books are mostly like about $20 to $30 or something like that. But for Book of the Month, it's only like $17 something, which is actually pretty cool. But anyways, if you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Gwenny, also known as K-Anything Fangirl, and I'm a sticker addict, washi tape addict, stationery addict, K-pop, drama fan, Asian drama fan, a bookworm, a gamer of sorts, a collector, actually more of a hoarder, and welcome to my channel. So, without further ado, I will see you on the next clip. Okay, so the first book that I have is the book that I chose for October of last year, 2023. And I think I paused my subscription a few times after that, or maybe I just did not pick any books for November and December. But like, this is the last one for 2023. So this one is October 2023 selection. And I did pick a book from one of the 5 or 6 books that they have for October. So I picked Starling House by Alex E. Harrow. I have not read any books by Alex E. Harrow, but I know that a lot of people like this book. So I got this one, and it has like this pretty cover with the birds. It's got blues and purples. So whenever you get books from Book of the Month, you will have a logo of Book of the Month there. And then there's one right here. And then at the back is Book of the Month. So this one is from October 2023. And it usually comes with a bookmark. So this is the one I got for October. It says, "Boo, it's me. A reading break." So this is the book that I got. So if you take off the cover, this is what it looks like. Starling House. There's the Book of the Month logo right there. So if you buy this book from the bookstore, it's gonna be about $28.99 US, or $38.99 Canadian. So I think if you like hardcover books, Book of the Month is a good way to go. They do have good selection of books. So this is just like, I'll read you the excerpt of this book. A gorgeously modern gothic fantasy from the best-selling author of The 10,000 Doors of January. Never read that one before. I dream sometimes about a house I've never seen. Opal is a lot of things. Orphan, high school dropout, full-time cynic, and a part-time cashier. But above all, she's determined to find a better life for her younger brother Jasper. One that gets them out of Eden, Kentucky, a town remarkable for only two things: bad luck and East Darling, the reclusive 19th century author of The Underland, who disappeared over 100 years ago. All she left behind were dark rumors and her home. Everyone agrees that it's best to ignore the uncanny mansion and its misanthropic heir, Arthur. Almost everyone, anyway. I should be scared, but in the dream I don't hesitate. Opal has been obsessed with the Underland since she was a child. When she gets the chance to step inside Starling House and make some extra cash for her brother's escape fund, she can't resist. But sinister forces are digging deeper into the buried secrets of Starling House, and Arthur's own nightmares have become far too real. As Eden itself seems to be drowning in its own ghost, Opal realizes that she might finally have found a reason to stick around. In my dream, I'm home, and now she'll have to fight. Welcome to Starling House. Enter if you dare. So I thought this was a good book for October, but then I never got to read it. So this is gonna be on my TBR, also known as to be read books for 2024. This is the back of the book. Alex E. Harrow is the Hugo Award-winning author of The 10,000 Doors of January, The Once and Future Witches, and various short fiction, including The Fractured Fables novellas. A former academic adjunct in Kentuckian, Harrow now lives in Virginia with her husband and two semi-feral kids. That's kind of cute. So that's the jacket art design. So I really cannot wait to read this book for October. I'm going to see if I can suggest this to my book club, because book club is actually one of those times where I will actually read a book. Although I'm halfway through my goal of 65 books for this year, because Kindle Unlimited has got me hooked. But anyways, so that is my October 2023 book choice. So let's go to January. Let me get it out of the box. So I will see you in a little bit. I'm going to pause you. So for you, it won't be that long. For me, it's going to be a few minutes. So I'll be back. Okay, see? Ta-da! With the power of the pause button, I am back. So this one is my January pick. Well, my January Book of the Month box. So I did, I used one of my credits for the extra book. And then this is the one I was talking about where, so Book of the Month will have like 5 or 6 selections for you every month. And then before, when I first started, you have to pick one of those books before you can add on your extra book. But this time, what I noticed is when I went to pick for my book for January, because the January books were not really calling my name. So I didn't want any of those, but when I scrolled down, there was a button that says, if you don't like any of these books, then you can try and pick one of our staff picks, I think it's what it's called. So I picked this book right here. But before that, I'll show you the bookmark that I got. So this one is the bookmark that I got for January. It says, "My books think I'm cool." That drawing is funny. But anyways, so this is the pick that I got for January. And this one is actually a book from April of 2022. So I got 2 books. This one is from April 2022. And this one is actually not part of... it doesn't say that it's part of the monthly ones. So it just says fantasy read. So I don't know if this is like an extra book that they come up with. But let's talk about the first book before I talk about the second book. So this one is, among the staff picks, this is the one that caught me. So this is the one that I picked for January. So this one is The Good Left Undone by Adriana Trigiani. I think it's like a family drama. So this one says it's $28 US dollars if you had bought it from the stores, but I only paid like $17 for this book. So like I said, this is April 2022. So if you take out this book jacket, it just says April 2022 on this one, and this is the side of the book. I like the book, the dust jackets though. So I'll read you the synopsis for this book. Matilda, the Cabrelli family's matriarch, has always been brusque and opinionated. Now, as she faces the end of her life, she is determined to share a long-held secret with her family about her own mother's great love story with her childhood friend Silvio, and with dashing Scottish sea captain John Laurie McVickers, the father Matilda never knew. In the halcyon past, Domenica Cabrelli thrives in the coastal town of Viareggio until her beloved home becomes unsafe when Italy teeters on the brink of World War II. Her journey takes her from the rocky shores of Marseille to the mystical beauty of Scotland to the dangers of wartime Liverpool, where Italian Scots are imprisoned without cause. As Domenica experiences love, loss, and grief while she longs for home, 100 years later, her daughter Matilda and her granddaughter Anina face the same big questions about life and their family's legacy, while Matilda contemplates what is worth fighting for. But Matilda is running out of time, and the two timelines intersect and weave together in unexpected and heartbreaking ways that lead the family to shocking revelations and ultimately redemption. So I thought this would be a different read for me. I normally read a lot of contemporary romances, a lot of smut, a lot of paranormal romances. I do read some kind of like historical fiction and stuff like that. I've read a lot of dual timelines, but like this one looks like it's a little bit more sad than what I normally pick. But among the choices that I have, this is the one that called to me. So, I haven't read any from this author either. So this is the author information. Adriana Trigiani is the best-selling author of 20 books of fiction and non-fiction, including The Shoemaker's Wife. Never read that one. Her books have been published in 38 languages around the world. She is an award-winning playwright, television writer, producer, and filmmaker. Among her screen credits, Trigiani wrote and directed the major motion picture adaptation of her debut novel, Big Stone Gap. Never watched it. Adriana grew up in the Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia, where she co-founded the Origin Project. Trigiani is proud to serve on the New York State Council on the Arts. She lives in New York City with her family. So, that's gonna be one of the books that I will try to read for 2024 also. So that's my pick for January. And then this one, I saw this one, and this is like, V.E. Schwab is one of my favorite authors, and I saw this one in the choices that I can get, and I'm like, okay, I got credits. I'm going to use my credit to pick this one up. So this one is The Fragile Threads of Power by V.E. Schwab, and like I said, V.E. Schwab is one of my favorite authors. I've read a lot of her books. And I think one of my first books from Book of the Month is actually, I think one of my first orders, it was the Book of the Month book, and I picked one of her other books, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, I think. Yeah, I think that's the title of the book, which was a good book. I read it last year. But this one I saw and I was like, okay, I need to get this one. So this one is actually not a monthly pick. It just says fantasy reads. Can you see that one? Just says fantasy reads. So that's what it says in the back. And then this is the front of the book. This is the side. Fragile Threads of Power. I don't know much about this book, so we're going to find out together. So this is going to be, I'm going to read the blurb for this book. And this book, if you buy it from the stores, it's $29.99 US, $39.99 Canadian. So it says, a new door opens. Once there were 4 worlds nestled like pages in a book, each pulsing with fantastical power and connected by a single city, London. After a desperate attempt to prevent corruption and ruin in the 4 Londons, there are only 3 Grey London. There are only 3 Grey London, thriving but rarely able to remember its magical heritage. Red London, ruled lately by the Maresh family, flourishing and powerful, and White London, left to brutality and decay. Now the worlds are going to collide anew, brought to a dangerous precipice by the discoveries of 3 remarkable magicians. There's Kosika, the child queen of White London, who has nourished her city on blood and dreams, and whose growing devotion to both is leading her down a dangerous path. Then there's Delilah, a bard, born a thief in Grey London, who crossed the worlds to become a legend far from there. She's an infamous magician, a devious heroine, and a risk-taking rogue, all rolled into one unforgettable package. Having disappeared to seek a new adventure, an old favor now calls Lila back to a dangerous port, to join some old friends who need more help than they even realize. Later, there is Tess, a young runaway with an unusual and powerful ability, hiding out in Red London while trying to stay out of the limelight. Tess is the only one who can keep all the worlds from unraveling, if she manages to stay alive first. And then at the bottom it says, from best-selling author V.E. Schwab comes a new adventure set in a beloved world where old friends and foes alike are faced with a dangerous new threat. So actually I read the trilogy of this one, the first one. It is called this one. The Shades of Magic series is actually set on this world right here. So A Darker Shade of Magic, A Gathering of Shadows, A Conjuring of Light. I read all of those, and apparently in this book is actually from the same world as that one, because Delilah Bard is the main character in this trilogy right here. So that is that book, and this is the blurb about V.E. Schwab. So Victoria V.E. Schwab is the best-selling author of more than 20 books, including the acclaimed Shades universe, the Villain series, the City of Ghosts series, Gallant, and the international bestseller The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. That's the one I was talking about. Her work has received critical acclaim, been translated into more than 2,000 languages, and been optioned for television and film. First Kill, a YA vampire series based on Schwab's short story of the same name, is now a Netflix series. Ooh, I need to see if that one is still available. When not haunting Paris streets or trudging up English hillsides, she lives in Edinburgh, Scotland, and is usually tucked in the corner of a coffee shop, dreaming up monsters. I really love her books. I read a lot of her YA books throughout the years. So among these books, I've read Vicious. I still need to read Vengeful. And then this one. I might have to reread this series before I start this book, because I want kind of like a refresher on this series before I read this. So I might do that this year. That might be part of my rereads for this year. And then, like I said, I read The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue last year. So those are the books that I got for January. And then the last month is actually for this month of February. So for this month of February, I only saw one book that I wanted to get. So I only got one book. And like I said, I think I still have one more. I have one more credit available. And then it's gonna renew I think on the 27th or 28th of a month for me. So when that renews, then I'll have 2 credits available for March. But anyways, so this is the book that I picked for February. And then this is the bookmark that I got, Respectfully Leave Me Alone, which is pretty much me. Respectfully leave me alone. But this is the book that I got for February. I just thought this cover was so freaking pretty. So this is The Fox Wife by Yang Chu. I think I'm butchering that name, but it does have the Book of the Month logo. This is the side. This is the back. So you can see February 2024. So among the books that I saw, this is the one that caught my eye. So let's look at the cover. And then this is the side. So let's read the blurb. I guess this video is not gonna be that long for this week. But this one, it says on the cover, it's $27.99 US or $36.99 Canadian. But I only paid 17 bucks for it. So it says, some people think foxes are similar to ghosts because we go around collecting chi, but nothing could be further from the truth. We are living creatures just like you, only usually better looking. Manchuria, 1908. In the last years of the dying Qing Empire, I don't know how to read that one, a courtesan is found frozen in a doorway. Her death is clouded by rumors of foxes, which are believed to lure people by transforming themselves into beautiful women and handsome men. Bao, a detective with an uncanny ability to sniff out the truth, is hired to uncover the dead woman's identity. Since childhood, Bao has been intrigued by the fox gods, yet they've remained tantalizingly out of reach, until perhaps now. Meanwhile, a family who owns a famous Chinese medicine shop can cure ailments but can't escape the curse that afflicts them. Their eldest sons die before their 24th birthdays. When a disruptively winsome servant named Snow enters their household, the family's luck seems to change, or does it? Snow is a creature of many secrets, but most of all, she's a mother seeking vengeance for her lost child. Hunting a murderer, she will follow the trail from northern China to Japan, while Bao follows doggedly behind. Navigating the myths and misconceptions of fox spirits, both Snow and Bao will encounter old friends and new foes even as more deaths occur. Best-selling author Yang Chu brilliantly explores the world of mortals and spirits, humans and beasts and their dazzling intersection. Epic in scope and full of singular, unforgettable characters, The Fox Wife is a stunning novel about old loves and second chances, the depths of maternal love, and ancient folk tales that may very well be true. So I thought this would be a cool book. So I have this on my TBR for this year. I want to try and read most of my my Book of the Month books. So like among the Book of the Month books that I've ordered, I think I've only read maybe 4 so far. And I have at least more than 10 still to go. So this is the author. Yang Chu is the best-selling author of The Ghost Bride, and now a Netflix original series. I've never seen that either. And The Night Tiger, a Reese's Book Club pick in the Big Jubilee Read selection for Queen Elizabeth II's Platinum Jubilee. She lives in California with her family and loves to eat and read, often at the same time. The Fox Wife and all previous novels would not have been possible without large quantities of dark chocolate. Oh my god, I love that. But, so those are the books that I got from Book of the Month. Like I said, I'm going to try and read these books for this year. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to, but I'm going to try my best. But, let me show you the sides of these books. So I have like 4 books. So those are the books that I'm going to be trying to read for this year. If you got to this part of the video, thank you so much for listening to me ramble on. This took forever to film. I've just been sort of off and kind of like rushing because I procrastinated like I normally do. So anyways, if you're this part of the video, leave me a comment on the comment section below. Which of these books sound good to you? I think so far, the ones that I'm probably gonna try and read, this would be the last pick. I don't know, but I will probably try and read it. But I will try to read this one, and this one this year, because I think they sound really, really interesting to me. And I think at least two of these two, I think I can try and read from I can try and suggest from my paranormal, or it used to be paranormal book club, but now it's overbooked book club. So I'm gonna see if I can suggest these two books for them. But anyways, if, like I said, if you reached this part, thank you so much for listening to me ramble on. If you want to see more videos from me, consider subscribing to my channel. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And that's it for today. You will watch this on Sunday, and I will see you next week. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys!